Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom, and welcome to Less Than 10 Minutes. Words to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. And if you're tuning in for the first time, Nation of Believers, I am referring to my family, my brothers, my sisters. These are those who seek to worship Almighty Yahuwah and accept Yahusha, embrace Yahusha as Mashyach and Messiah. These are those who are made one by Yahusha, our Messiah. So these words are to you, Yashar'al, Nation of Believers, my family. And I ask that you ponder, pray. Could these words, could this message be seeds, water, or an increase from above? You be the judge. My name is Symmanayah, and today is July 18th. 2013. Again, this is Less Than 10 Minutes. Words to Yashar'al. The message or the topic of this message is obey, obedience, lift up Yahusha. All too often, my brothers and sisters, we are engaged in this journey. We are walking. Many of us unaware what our true purpose, what our task is, what our calling, or what we have been chosen to do. The simplest of all matters is that we are His creation, Almighty Yahuwah's creation. We were created for a reason. We are given breath for a purpose. We have heartbeat to serve, to live, to reflect the favor that we find in the Most High. Many of us fail to realize that we can lift up Yahusha in our obedience, in our worship. With that said, let me read some scriptures and share some stuff, some words with you. Yahusha The Mashyach, Messiah, should be lifted up. John 3:14 reads as follows. And as Mosheh lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so the Son of Adam has to be lifted up. I invite you to read Numbers 21st chapter. To learn what happened during Mosheh's time regarding lifting up for life. Consider reading Numbers 21st chapter. And you may be surprised. You may be amazed at what you discover. You may be amazed. It may strengthen your walk. For you see, we saw a prelude, a demonstration, where the Most High instructed Mosheh to lift up. In this case, this was a serpent. And those who looked upon it lived as a result of their rebellion and disobedience and grumblings. Nevertheless, let us continue on the matter of lifting up our Mashyach, our Messiah. John 12:32 reads as follows. And if I am lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men to me, to myself. This is the Mashyach talking. He continues on in John 12:33 and 34 through 36. And he said, this he said, signifying by what death he was about to die. The crowd answered him and said, we have heard out of the Torah that the Messiah remains forever. How do you say the Son of Adam has to be lifted up? Who is the Son of Adam? Yahusha therefore said to them, yet a little while the light is with you. Walk while you have the light, lest darkness overtake you. And he who walks in darkness does not know where he is going. While you have the light, believe in the light, so that you become sons of light. These words Yahusha spoke and went off and was hidden from them. You examine, you decide. You see the Mashyach brought to life what the scriptures, the text read. But yet there were those who were uncertain, unclear of what he meant. One may ask, how do we continually lift up our Mashyach? I humbly submit to you that this is done through our worship and obedience. This is done through worshiping the Most High Father and understanding His living guidance and instructions, understanding it is the Spirit of Yahusha that guides us. And if you're tuning in or hearing this for the first time, consider John 14:26. So many of us neglect to esteem and lift up Yahusha as the Spirit of our guide. Let us learn to pray, study, and discern, and as well as understand what we must do, how we should walk this journey. On the matter of obey, Jeremiah 11:4 reads as follows, which I commanded your fathers in the day when I brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim from the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice, and you shall do according to all that I command you, and you shall be my people, and I be your Elohim. Do you think the Father would ask us, instruct us to obey his voice, to do something that was impossible? Do you think he would expect us to do something that was unattainable, unreachable? Do you think he would not make it possible for us to have what's necessary to identify his voice and obey his voice, his living instruction, his living voice? I believe we have all that is necessary available to us to learn and grow and closer into knowing him, following his voice. John 3:36 reads this as follows, he who believes in the Son possesses everlasting life, but he who does not obey the Son shall not see life. Thus the Spirit of Yahusha as our guide. I'm reading that in. But let me read the scripture again. He who believes in the Son of Man possesses everlasting life, but he who does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of Elohim remains in him. What do you hear? What do you get from that? What do you receive from that? Or do you? Romans 6:16 reads as follows, do you not know that to whom you present yourselves servants for obedience, you are servants of the one whom you obey, whether of sin to death or obedience to righteousness? You see, my brothers, there are no middle grounds. There is no middle state. We either obey or we are disobedient or rebellious. True obedience is being guided by the Spirit of Yahusha in all things. Anything else is rebellion. Are we not made one in him by his Yahusha sacrifice and works in us, for us? Are we not vessels to be used by him? Are we not perfected into oneness by the living instructions and guidance of his set-apart Spirit? Who can discern the roadmap towards this fulfilling life, towards the task given by the Most High? Who is able to identify their purpose and be perfected in righteousness? Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. Pray and watch, for the time will be the tool to show us the proof that is necessary for scripture fulfillment. For when it comes to be, it will become history or the marking of a critical point. Again, my brothers and sisters, again I say, pray and watch. Study as well. Are we lifting up Yahusha, our Mashyach, our Messiah? Are we seeking to grow in obedience and increase our worship? Be encouraged. All that is necessary will come to be as we are instructed to believe and to do. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, ponder on these words, pray on these matters, and seek righteous discernment and understanding. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.